Welcome back, my friends. If you watched episode 1, you already know. A lot of the foods we grew up loving can slowly drain the strength from our legs as the years go by. In that episode, we talked about sugar, fried foods, white bread, alcohol, instant meals, and all the things that used to be harmless, but now seem to weigh us down. Today, I want to talk about the other half of the story. The foods that don't always look dangerous. The ones that slip quietly into our kitchen cabinets and our grocery carts. The ones we rarely question. Some of these foods tired my legs more than I ever expected. Others left me swollen, stiff, or simply drained. So let's take it slow and walk through the next group together. This is episode 2, and I'm glad you're here. Cheese was always a comfort food for me. A slice on a cracker, a spread on warm bread. But the older I got, the more I realized that not all cheese is the same. The soft, meltable, individually wrapped kind, the ones that stretch forever when you pull them apart, those never treated my legs kindly. Whenever I had them, my ankles puffed up. My lower legs felt tight. It wasn't dramatic, just enough to make walking feel uncomfortable. It took me a while to understand this simple truth. The more manufactured a cheese is, the more my legs seem to resist it. Fresh cheese, ricotta, cottage cheese, mozzarella, those sit better in my body. They don't leave my legs swollen. They don't leave me feeling weighed down. Sometimes it's not about giving things up. It's about choosing the version that respects your age a little more. Now I'll admit it. I love ice cream. Always have. But the kind that comes in bright-colored tubs with a long list of ingredients, well, that kind doesn't love me back. Whenever I ate it at night, my legs felt drained the next morning. My energy disappeared before the day even began. There's something about overly processed ice cream. All that sugar, the heavy fats, the artificial flavors, that seems to switch off the strength in older muscles. But a simple scoop of homemade ice cream, or a higher quality version, never hit me the same way. It's a reminder that older bodies don't need more sweetness. They need more honesty. Let me be clear. Chocolate is not the enemy, but certain kinds of chocolate don't sit well with aging legs. Milk chocolate, the sweet, creamy kind, always left me feeling a bit sluggish afterward. My legs felt heavier. My knees felt warm and irritated. And I never connected the dots until years later. When I switched to dark chocolate, something with a higher cocoa content, my legs stopped complaining so much. It wasn't about quitting chocolate. It was about finding a kind that didn't take more than it gave. Canned foods got me through some tough times. I grew up on them. Soup from a can. Vegetables from a can. Even meat from a can when money was tight. But the truth is, anything that lives inside metal for months or years rarely makes an older body feel refreshed. Whenever I ate canned meals, my legs felt heavier afterward. Almost like the food didn't give me real energy, just weight. Fresh or frozen foods gave me steadiness. Canned foods gave me fatigue. It doesn't mean you can't use them. Just don't let them become the foundation of your meals, especially if your legs already feel tired. These snacks are tempting, mostly because they're easy. Open a wrapper, take a bite, and there's your small moment of comfort. But for me, every time I had those cream-filled cookies or packaged snacks, my legs paid the price. I'd feel tired halfway through the afternoon. My steps slowed down. Sometimes my ankles felt warm or swollen, and the worst part is, those snacks never made me full. They only made me weaker. Replacing them with nuts, yogurt, fruit, small things, gave me more strength than I expected. It's strange how the easiest foods are often the ones that work against us the hardest. Now this one surprised me. For years, I used powdered seasonings without thinking twice. They made my soups richer, my stir-fries more flavorful, my meals taste complete. But somewhere in my 60s, I noticed a pattern. Every time I used those little packets, my legs felt heavy afterward, almost numb, like they didn't want to move. Not everyone reacts the same, but for me, MSG and instant seasonings took more energy than they provided. Switching to real herbs, garlic, lemon, pepper, rosemary, gave me flavor without the fatigue. Sometimes simpler really is better. Here's something I never expected. Too much of a good thing can hurt your legs just as much as the wrong foods. For a while, I thought taking extra vitamins would make me stronger, so I took more than I needed. Vitamin A was one of them, and after a few weeks, I started waking up with leg cramps. My muscles felt irritated. Even my hips felt weaker. It wasn't until my doctor told me that vitamin A builds up in the body that I understood what was happening. Too much wasn't helping me. It was harming me. It taught me an important lesson. More isn't always better. Sometimes more is too much. And then there's vitamin D. A lot of folks take it because they think it'll fix everything. Bones, mood, immunity. But vitamin D doesn't leave the body quickly. It builds up, and too much can stiffen your muscles and joints. There was a period when I was taking vitamin D every single day. I thought I was doing something smart. But the truth was, my legs felt worse, stiffer, more painful when I moved. Once my levels were checked and I reduced the dose, my legs felt lighter again. You don't need to fear vitamins, just respect them. Take them slowly, and only as much as you truly need. So now we've walked through the full list, all 15 foods, and the 2 vitamins that can quietly weaken our legs after 60. Some of them are everyday things: desserts, fried foods, bread, alcohol. Others are hidden culprits: processed snacks, canned foods, instant flavors, overly processed cheese, and even vitamins when taken without care. But here's the most important thing I've learned at 72. Your legs can get better, your steps can feel lighter, your balance can improve, and your strength can return. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to be perfect. Just notice how your body reacts. Make one small change, then another, and another. Your legs have carried you through every chapter of your life. Through joy, through loss, through storms, through blessings. They deserve kindness. They deserve gentleness. They deserve choices that help them carry you a little longer, a little steadier, and with a little less pain. Thank you for watching this 2-part series. If episode 1 helped you, and if episode 2 brought clarity, leave a comment below and tell me. Which foods affect your legs the most? I read every message, and I'm grateful you're here with me. Take care of your legs, and I'll see you in the next video.